I post on Prahan and also Hacker News, and I start getting traffic and getting user every day. Yeah, so that made me think it could be a good idea because the idea I made in my college, they couldn't have like 50 users.
Okay.
But for the prototype of KCRSM, every day I have 50 signups.
So now we have Tranter, the founder of KCRSM.
Yeah.
It would be great, like, if I can know about your background and like, I really wanted to know how you ended up becoming an entrepreneur in like Taiwan.
I see. So when I was in college, I started computer science, but not until the second year in the university. After I started trying to learn how to build a website by myself, and I found my passion for computer science. So I tried to self-learn how to do website programming, and then after that I started build a lot of websites, like more than 5 of them. Yeah. So after that I keep doing this. Even I start working, I still doing this after work. Actually, KCRSM is one of my side project after work. I built KCRSM prototype at that time, and then I published to a US website called Product Hunt, and also post to Hacker News for promoting the very first version of KCRSM. And I got a lot of response. They found it very interesting, and then I decided to quit my job to start a startup.
The company we're actually working for is based in the US, right?
It's a US-based startup, but the team is based in Taiwan.
Okay.
The founder is from Taiwan.
Okay.
And I learned from him a lot, and I think it's a very good decision I made because I tried to join a startup company, and I'm the 5th employee, and I can learn a lot from my boss, from my colleagues. Yeah, not just for coding, but also have chance to learn marketing and also design. Yeah, so that's why I have the ability to start my own startup.
You never thought of actually like working for like big companies like Google or Microsoft?
Because every Taiwanese, they need to spend 1 year in the military to serve in the military after college. And then after that, actually I spent like 3 months try to build my own startup, but very soon I decided to stop because I found my skills is not enough yet. So that's why I try to find a company where I can learn as most as possible. Yeah, not just for developing. But if I join a big company, I think I can only learn how to code, how to develop.
You didn't like feel worried or anything for like working on first?
Yeah, actually, no. For joining startup, I don't feel worried because it's a like kind of well-funded startup.
Oh.
But after that, I start my company. Of course, I have been worried for a long while, and also my family is also worried for me because at that time I don't have money. I didn't have money, and I didn't have like network. So for the first 1.5 years, I'm on my own.
Yeah.
Yes, only myself. I spend my savings in my first job to found a startup, and I couldn't find a co-founder because I don't really, I'm not a famous guy or something. Yeah, so at the first 1.5 years, it's very tough at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you get over it?
I think it's because I post on Prahan and also Hacker News, and I start getting traffic and getting user every day. Yeah, so that made me like think it could be a good idea because the idea I made in my college, they couldn't have like 50 users.
Okay.
But for the prototype of KCRSM, every day I have 50 signups.
Oh.
So I think it's a good sign, and I want to hold this chance. So I stick to this idea, even though at that time it's very tough. And after I start getting like 100,000 users, I was able to raise my first angel round.
Did you actually see it surge at some point, like the number of users, or was it gradual?
I think it's more like gradual. Some spike happened, but it's very random. It's not under my control. So maybe some media, they report this tool, and then there will be some spike.
I see. May I know more about like resumes, like the service, and like maybe some numbers on like how many users? And
Okay. Right now we have about 5.5 million users, and about 1.2 of them from Taiwan, 1.5 of them from Indonesia, and also some of them from like India, United States, and also Vietnam. So it's a very international job searching platform. So what we provide are we can separate to like B2C tools for job seekers and also B2B tools for employers. So the tools for job seeker including resume builder, portfolio builder, and profile builder, to promote themselves online. And also we have tools for employer to searching for candidates. So including job posting and also talent search. It's a search engine for recruiter to find the right candidates. And also we have some offline service like headhunting and also employer branding promotion service.
Did you just get in your Series A?
Yeah, closed our Series A at the beginning of this year.
And I think it's really surprising how you've been actively going abroad and expanding.
Yeah.
How did you actually do this?
First, I need to do this, otherwise the Taiwan market is too small. And how did I start doing this? I mean, whenever the stage it is, I always spend like 20 to 30 of our time to foreign countries. And even at the beginning, we spend most of the time at foreign country like United States, and then we start focusing on Taiwan market. So our default language is English. And so that's why every country they can also try our tools. And then if we find one of the countries that have good conversion rate, so for example, like we found Indonesia have a very high conversion rate when they visit the homepage to sign up an account. So then we start spend a lot of marketing effort in this country to start building the first talent pool. And once a talent pool is set up, we start bringing companies to the platform.
Is there a country you want to focus on or like a region?
We can talk about this from different perspectives. So the first perspective is we always try to focusing on the countries that have higher conversion rate. So it's easier for us to go to the market. And the second is if we think about the like strategy in a more higher level way, we can separate countries in APEC to demand side country and also supply side countries. So we always trying to start focusing on the supply side country at the beginning. To help us make our talent pool bigger and bigger, and then we can attract demand side countries in Asia like Japan and also Singapore and other countries.
Like you told me about you have 1.5 million users in Indonesia, right?
Right.
How did you actually do that? Like while you told me about you've never traveled to Indonesia, It's how did that magic happen?
As I mentioned at the beginning, we always look into the numbers. So we found Indonesia had a very high conversion rate. So we started promoting our resume builder. And how we promoted our resume builder there is by content writing. We have been writing a lot of articles talking about resume writing in Indonesia. And then we start doing social media marketing and local key influencer marketing to help us build up the talent pool. And we can attract some of the local companies want to seeking for job seeker on our platform. So we start doing B2B marketing recently. Doing some local events or doing some promotion to the companies. And we always, when we step into one country, we always spend the minimum effort at the beginning. So for example, only one person trying to do marketing over there to see what happens. Because at the beginning we see the high conversion rate, right? But we want to test if we try to promoting, and if it seems we can grow fast in that country, we will spend more effort into it.
I was wondering because like for resumes too, I think it's very different like culturally between like countries. Like in Japan we have the same format, right? Like resumes and it's not like we design things. How did you do like these local? It's really I think important to like understand like how how it works locally.
So then we need to talk about the resume builder itself.
Yeah.
And when I start Cake Resume, I already did survey on the about the resume builder market.
Okay.
And I found there's a lot of very popular resume builder, but not all of them are more like traditional resume builders. You can fill your information on the website, and they will export it to a very beautiful PDF. Yeah, but only Cake Resume is a real online resume builder. So you can put multimedia elements on it. You can put images on it. You can put videos, slides on it. It's a very rare tool to help user to promote them in I would say it's a next generation way. Okay. It's a next generation resume. So it's kind of more easier for every country to adapt it. For the internet generation, they found this kind of resume easier to help them promote themselves. So with a traditional PDF resume, I cannot really showcase my portfolio or my experience, right? But with an online resume, you can do that.
Okay, so I just interviewed Cake Resume. What they actually provide is a platform to make a next generation resume. So meaning that you can put a lot of images, videos, and customize it and easy to understand and all that. Yeah, so they provide this platform with like a beautiful UI and UX. Interesting how they actually think of like the countries as like a supply country and the demand country. So for example, for supplying talents, they look into like countries like Vietnam, Indonesia, and all that. But for the demand side, they're looking into like Singapore and like Japan. So definitely, if you're a company that are looking for talents, like if you're interested, and they do have like consultants too for like companies to really start hiring people from overseas in the country. So if you're interested in like hiring people overseas, definitely contact him. I'll put his contact below in the description. I'm sure he'll be very helpful.